what's his name? With the
Mike the Hammer.
Doesn't wear anything. Mike the Hammer, yeah.
Yeah. But you got to figure, in Lexington, there's probably 20 federal judges there, right? So it's like, it'd be interesting.
And they're all weirdos.
And yeah, exactly. Each one of them would have their own little weird quirks or whatever. Like, like the guys on The Office. Exactly. It's sort of basically copy The Office, put Art in Michael Scott's role, and you've got your show.
That's what I was thinking, that how this was going to go is like, think a combination of The Office and, like the way that they pitch it on Entourage,
Yes,
like,
yes, exactly.
They do pitches like that.
Yeah, this is what was Martial. Well, martial art's not a good one to say to that, but protected witness would be. It's like, maybe the Cobble Hills Cop. It's Black Hawk Down meets Beverly Hills Cop.
Black Hawk Down. That's a good one. Like that. Black Hawk Down meets Beverly Hills Cop. That's awesome.
It took me a minute. I was grasping at straws there for a minute, but then I was like, wait a minute. Black Hawk Down and Beverly Hills Cop seemed like a good pairing. Black Hawk Down, one of the funniest movies I've ever seen.
It really is a great movie.
It's fantastic.
But it's
It's hard to watch. It's a hard watch. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as bad as, like, say, I don't know. I always thought, like, Saving Private Ryan, like the first, the D-Day scene is just very hard to watch, and it's something. But I find myself going to watch it every once in a while.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those movies that you see once and you never really need to see again. I loved Hereditary. I thought Hereditary was an amazing film, and it was one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. And I saw it, and I never ever want to see it again. I had the experience I needed to have, and I can acknowledge how wonderful of a film it is. At the same time, I never want to feel the way that movie made me feel ever again.
I never watched it. But you liked it, huh?
I really, really liked it. It's a fantastic movie. I really, really enjoyed it. And I saw it in the theater by myself because Rachel won't go see that stuff with me. So it was, it was scary.
But, you like those kind of movies, right? Okay, I'll have to go watch that.
Yeah, and that one's A24, and they're seemingly the only people making good movies these days, and it's really good.
I think A24 is the ones who are doing that Civil War movie too. I think.
Yeah, they are. It's gonna be really good.
Do you think Civil War is gonna be good?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's gonna be really good.
We'll see.
I like that Kirsten Dunst. I think she's great.
Kirsten Dunst?
Yeah, she's in it. Yeah, isn't she?
Oh, she is in it. Yeah, you're right. No, Snagglepuss made another movie.
Snaggletooth.
Snaggletooth.
Snagglepuss. It's a different. That's a leopard or a panther or whatever.
That's right.
Stage left. Evanston.
That's right.
All right. Well, before we spiral off for any more time, let's get to the next thing. The next thing is, what are we doing next? What's our next thing? And so, as anyone who listens to the show regularly knows, Randy in particular loves the OC. I enjoy the OC. We're going to do a show about the OC, but it's going to be a little bit different. We're not going to do sort of an episode by episode. By the way, I looked at season 1. I started watching it. Season 1 of the OC, 27 hour-long episodes. That was back when TV shows were TV shows, folks. Holy moly, that's a lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff happens in that season 1 that's just it could be at least 2, maybe even 3 seasons, right? It feels very much like they weren't sure how long they were going to get, and they were going to jam everything into season 1. We don't know if we're going to get season 2, but they got a 27 episode order of season 1, so that's something.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna do the OC, and we're gonna do it in sort of chunks, I would say. And I don't know, we're still working a little bit to figure out sort of what the chunks are, but I would say it's like 2 to 3 episodes per season of the podcast is what we would do. We would take a run of episodes, so like 8, 9, 10, maybe even as many as half of the episodes of the season. We talk about what happened, the storylines. We talk about what we enjoyed about the characters, notable guest stars. There's, I don't want to give too much away here. I've got some ideas for some bits, also, and definitely some ideas for discussion points, things to talk about, things that are recurrences. I'll tip one of them here, and one of them is the police blotter. I am I'm 2 episodes into season 1, and like half of the main cast has 20 years of is looking at 20 years of felonies. And none of them ever have any consequences for their actions. So it's going to be fun. It'll be a little bit, less serious discussion than Justified was, although we always tried to keep Justified light. It will be a little bit less serious, I would say, a little bit more comedic, and maybe a little bit more, not as much off the cuff, maybe a little bit more sort of like, that I have sort of, planned out ahead of time. But we're still working on all that. And as I said, 27 episodes is a lot for us to get through. To even half of that, even 10 of those is a lot to get through to sort of prepare for a podcast. So it's going to be a little bit. I won't say when exactly, because I don't know, but I would say, it'll be a couple of months before you guys hear from us again. But when you do, what we're going to do is we'll tape a few episodes so that we can release them on sort of a regular cadence. We'll get ahead of it and release them on a cadence. Stay tuned for that, by the way. If you're a fan of the show and you're a fan of the OC and you're going to continue on to listen with us, we may have some ideas for if you want early access to episodes and things like that as we start to record our productions a little bit further out from when they're released. So stay tuned, check the Twitter, send us emails, and we're going to post, updates as they occur. But look, I'll speak for myself here. I've loved doing this podcast. Justified is, I've always said this, my favorite TV show that I've ever watched. And I am thrilled that we got as much traction as we did, that you listeners are out there and enjoying the show. It makes me feel good to know that, even if you don't like everything we have to say, or maybe you don't like some of our jokes, or maybe we laugh at our own jokes too much, but you are taking a little bit away from the podcast. You're getting something out of it, and that makes me feel good. So I do appreciate it. And look, Randy, it's been fantastic doing this with you. I think we've I've missed my friend Randy since he moved to Vegas, like 17 years ago. So this has been a great way to sort of connect with you again. So I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I don't have anything more eloquent than that, but yeah, it's definitely, I think we've grown closer.
I agree.
But and just being able to watch these shows again and just like, I don't know, do the jokes that we do. I don't know. It's cool. I love it.
I like it. I enjoy it. It's a lot of work, and it's a lot of fun at the same time. And I'm just thrilled that there are people out there who are enjoying this, and we're going to keep it up, and we're going to try and bring an even bigger game for the OC, and we'll see what we can do. So I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it, and check the social media, check the Reddit. We'll post probably in an OC related Reddit relatively soon as we start to gear up for the release of this episode. So keep an eye on things, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because what that's going to do is make sure you get that episode the moment it comes out. So with that, I think we'll wrap it up. I don't have much else to say. Do you?
No, I don't.
Nothing at all. So, you know what? I do have one more thing I want to say. I want to say thanks to Bob Schneider. So that opening music is Bob Schneider. and we appreciate him being cool about using his music. So totally appreciate that, and love you, Bob. And look, we gotta figure out something new for the OC, because that theme song, that doesn't work for the OC with the horse galloping and the devil in the passenger seat, the literal devil or the figurative devil or the character named Devil or whatever. But we're gonna have to figure out something new for the OC, I think. And I've got a couple ideas, actually. We'll talk about them.
Cool.
All right, everybody.
Man, I'm looking forward to this.
Thanks for listening. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait till we get some down on tape and get it out to you people. So stay tuned. Thanks for listening.